Hello everyone, I'm Frank, and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle, and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Kitchen Easter Egg by Ed, and here are the rules. The thick gray lines are slow thermometers, where digits must either stay the same or increase along the thermometer, starting from the bulb. So, for example, you could have something like 1 and 1 here, and 1 here. Because along these slow thermometers, you either must stay the same or increase along the thermometer. What you could not have, though, is something like 1, 2, and 1 here, because it's decreasing from this cell here to this cell here, and that's not allowed on the slow thermometers. The pink line is a Renban line, and digits on the line must form a set of consecutive digits in any order. And you cannot have repeats, obviously, on this Renban line. So the digits on this line has to form a set of consecutive digits in some order. And that's how Renban lines work. The blue line is a region sum line, and box borders splits a line into segments, where each segment must have the same sum. So the sum of these two digits must equal the sum of these three digits, which must equal the sum of these two digits here. The orange line is a Dutch whisper line, or as I like to call it, a whisper 4 line. And I did not come up with that naming convention, a setter did, and I thought it was great because it was very easily extensible. And on a whisper 4 line, adjacent digits along the line must have a difference of at least 4. So, for example, if this were, say, a 3, this would have to be 7, 8, or 9 to maintain, because, sorry, those are the only digits which are 4 or more away from 3. So that's an example of how whisper 4 lines work. The gray circles are odd digits. The white dots separate consecutive digits, and the black dots separate digits in a 1 to 2 ratio. And finally, the X separate digits that add to 10. So as an example, if this were, say, a 6, this would have to be 5 or 7, because these digits must be consecutive because there's a white dot between them. If this were 3, this would have to be 6 because they have to be in a 1 to 2 ratio, and the only digit which is in a 1 to 2 ratio with 3 is 6. And if we add a 3 here, this would have to be 7 because the digits here must add up to 10 because there's an X between them. And again, the gray circles are odd, and that's not the gray circles on the thermometer bulb. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, 4 long thermometers. I like to basically go from the bulb to the tip, looking at the smallest possible digit, and then going back from the tip to the bulb, looking at the largest possible digit, and then restricting these cells on the thermometer with those bounded areas. So let's do that right now. We have 1, 2, because 1 is the smallest digit. This digit is in the same row as that digit, so it has to be a different digit, cannot be the same, so it must be greater than it. This is greater than that because it has to be it's in the same box as this digit here, so this is at least 3. This digit is in a 1 to 2 ratio with this digit, so this is either 3 or 4, and with this being 6 or 8. The problem, though, with this being 8 is that these digits are in the same column as it, and they must be bigger, and there's not going to be 3 digits that are bigger than 8. So this has to then be 3, 2, 1, and this is 6. So that means this has to be 7, this is 8, that's 9, and then this can be the same, so it would have to be 9, and this has to be the same, which is 9. 9 is only consecutive with 8, so that's 8. 6 on a Whisper 4 line can only be next to 2 or 1, but this can't be 2 because of 2 in the column, so this is 1. Let's go through here and do the same thing. So this is 1 here. This could be the same as that, so it's 1. This could be the same as that, so that's at minimum 1. This has to be greater than that. This is greater than that. This is greater than that. This is greater than that, because they're in the same column. This is greater than that because they're in the same box. This is greater than that because they're in the same row. Same with this. This is 8. So this is 9 at most, 8 at most. This is less than that, so 7, less than that because they're in the same box. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. So those are the possibilities there. Okay. 1 and 2 is consecutive with 1, 2, or 3 here. So we're guaranteed one of these is a 2. To be in a 1 to 2 ratio here, you cannot be 1, 2, because that would eliminate all possibilities for the cell. So this has to be 2, 4, 3, 6, or 4, 8. We're not sure which. This is a Renban, which has 8 in it. So it cannot be, it's 7 in length. So that means it's either 2 through 8 or 3 through 9 here. So you cannot have a 1 anywhere here. This can't be 1, 7, 8, 9. So this is 2 through 6 there. Cannot be 2 because of 2 in the column. What else do we have? This is 1 away. This is 4 away from 1. So if we try to have 4 here, it has to be next to 8 or 9. If this is 5 here, it would have to be next to 1 or 9 here, but it cannot be 1 because of 1 already in the row. So this is guaranteed to be 8 or 9 here. 1 has to be 4 or more away from 5, 6, or 7. It's 5 through 9. It cannot be 6, 8, or 9, so this is 5 or 7. If this were 5, this would have to be 9. If this is 7, it has to be 2 or 3. So those are the only options there. Because 5 can only be 4 or more away from 1 and 9. 7 can be only 4 or more away from 1 through 3. So if this is 9, this is 1. If this is 2, this is 8, which it cannot be because of 8 in the row. So this is then 1 or 7 here. With 3 or 9. If this were 3 and this was 7... if this is 9 and 8, this is a low, and it cannot be 2 because of this. One of these digits is 2 to be consecutive with it, so it would have to be 1, 3, or 4 here. If this is 3, the problem is this digit would have to be 4 away from 3 and 8 or 9, which is not possible. Right? 3 is 4 away from 7, 8, and 9, and none of which are 4 away from 8 or 9. So this cannot be 3, therefore this is 9, which makes this 1. That leaves us as 8. 9 and 1 are only 4 away from 5, so that's 5. This can't be 5, that's 4. That leaves us as 3, 2, 1, 1, and 1. That means this can't be 1 or 3, it's 2 to be consecutive with a 1. 4 is only consecutive with 5 here, so that's 5. This cannot be 4 or 1, so this must be 3. Can't be 4 because of 4 in the row, can't be 1 because of 1 in the column. And we have that set. Okay. These digits cannot be 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, so it's 3, 4, 5, 6. What can this be? So these two digits sum up to the same sum as these. You can't have 7 and 6 here because that would force this to be 3 and 10. 7 and 5 work if this is 3 and 9. 7 and 4 work if this is 3 and 8, but this can't be 8 because of 8 in the box. So this can't be 4. 7 and 3 work if this is 3 and 7. 8 eliminates 8 here. This can't be 2, 3, or 4. So this has to be 6 or 8, which is in a 1 to 2 ratio only with 3 or 4 here. Okay, so this is either 10 or it's 12. If it's 12, it has to be 1, 5, 6 because we can't have 7, 8, and 9 there. So it would be 1, 6, and 5 if that were the case. If it's 10, it does not include 3. So it could be 1, 4, 5, or it's 1, 2. It can't be 1, 2, 7 because of 7 already in the row. So either way, this is guaranteed to be a 5. 9 eliminates 9 here, so that's 8. This is less than that, so it's 7. That's 6. This has to be 1, 5, and 6, or 1, 5, and 4. Because it can't be 1, 2, 7, can't be 1, 3, 6 for the 10. And we guarantee you have a 1 here. Remaining digits in row 6, we have 2, 4, and 6. This can't be 2 because of 2 in the row, or box, so this is 4 or 6, which forces this to be a 2. This can't be in a 1 to 2 ratio with 2, so this is either 3, 6 as a pair, or this has to be 4, and that's 8. Those are both possible. Okay, remaining digits in column 2, we have 1, 2, 4, and 5. And this can't be 1 or 2 here. This is 4, 5. 1 can't be either of these. Where is the 1 in column 2? It must be here. That leaves this as 2, 4, and 5, 2, 4, and 5. 2 would be consecutive with 1 or 3, but this can't be 1 or 3 because of, it can't be 1 because of 1 in the row. So it could be 3. 4 could be consecutive with 3 or 5, but if it's consecutive with 3, that would eliminate all possibilities for this crop key pair here. So this would have to be 5 if this is 4. If this is 5, it could be 4 or 6. And those are the possibilities. Okay. These are odd digits. Cannot be 1, 5, or 9 here, so it can't be 3. So this has to be a 7 here. This digit cannot be 1, 3, or 5, so this is 7 or 9 here. We have a 7, 9 pair in column 7, which eliminates 7, 9 in the rest of the column. This is 3, 5, or 7 here. We have a 2 and 8 here, which means the remaining digits in this red band are 3 through 7. No 3, 5, or 7 there. It's 4 or 6. No 5 here. This can't be 5 in general. This can't be 6 or 7 here because of the 7, 9 pair and the 6 in the column. Where is 2 in column 7? Can't be here because of 2 in the box. Can't be here because of the 1 to 2 ratio. Can't be here because of thermometer. Same with that. This is an odd digit. Can't be here because of 2 in the row, so 2 has to be here, which leaves this as a 3, 4, 5 remaining in column 7. Okay. What are the remaining digits in row 9? These cannot be 4 and 5, so this must be a 4, 5 pair here. This must then be 9 and 3. This can't be 3 because of 3 in the column. So this is 9, which makes that 3. 9 eliminates 9 here, so that's 7. That's 3 in the corner. We celebrate because we know we're close to solving in this. This can't be 7, so it's 9. Therefore, 3 and 9 add up to 12, and this must be 7 and 5 adding up to 12. And this is 1, 5, and 6 adding up to 12. That eliminates 6 from the rest of the central box, so this has to be 4 here. And this must be a 3, 7 pair. That 3, 4, and 7 eliminates 3, 4, and 7 on the rest of the red band because we can't have repeats, so this must be 5 there. There's no 5 here. And this can't be 3, 4, 5, or 7, so that's 6 there. So this cannot be 6 here. It's 3 in a 1 to 2 ratio with 6 or 8 there. This can't be 5 or 6, so this is 3 or 4. If this were 3, this would be 2. We also have a 3, 4 pair in row 2, which eliminates 3, 4 in the rest of the row. So no 3 there, no 4 there. Okay. Remaining digits of this lower right-hand box are 1 and 8. Remaining digits of this right central box are 4, 6, and 7. This can't be 4 because of 4 in the row. This can't be 6 because of 6 in the row. We have a 3, 4, remaining digits in the central box have to be 2 and 8. This can't be 2 because of 2 in the column. So this is 8, which makes that 2. Remaining digits of column 8 are 6, 7, and 8. This can't be 8 because of 8 in the row. Remaining digits of column 9 are 2, 5, and 9. And 9 cannot be either of these digits because of 9 in the rows. So 9 has to be here. And this is a 2, 5 pair. Oops. We have a 2, 5 pair here, which means we have a 2, 5 pair in row 2, which eliminates 2 and 5 in the rest of the row. This can't be 5, it's 7. 7 eliminates 7 here, so it's 3 and 7 there. 3 eliminates 3 here, so that's 4. 4 eliminates 4 here, so it's 7, 6, and 4. That leaves us as a 3 4s and a 1 to 2 ratio with 8 only. 4 eliminates 4 here, so it's 5 and 4 there. So this can't be 4 here. This can't be 8 in the rest of the row. We have a 6, 7 pair in column 8, which eliminates 6 and 7 in the rest of the column. This can't be 6, so this is 8, which is in a 1 to 2 ratio with 4. That means this can't be 4. That's 3, which is consecutive only with 2. That makes this 5. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 5 and 2. We don't have enough information about ones. The rest is just normal Sudoku. We have 8 2s. We know where the last 2 has to be. It has to be there. 3s. 4 forces this to be 3. We have 8 3s then, I think. Which means we know where the last 3 it has to be there. 4 in column 3 has to be here because that's the only place it can be because these are limited by 4 in the boxes. 4 in row 3 cannot be here because of 4 in the column, can't be here because of 4 in the box, so 4 has to be there. That should give us 8 4s, which we know where the last 4 is, it has to be there. 5, we have 8 5s, we know where the last 5 is, it has to be there. 6s. We know where the last 6 is in column 5 and column 6. It has to be here, respectively, and then that forces this to be 6 there, which makes this 7 and that 6. That should be 8 6s, which it is. We know where the last 6 has to be. It has to be there. 7s. We have 1, 2, we have 8 7s. We know where the last 7 has to be. It's there. 8. 8 in column 3 can only be here, which means this is 1, which makes that 8 there, and that should be all the 8s. Then 9 in row 7 has to be here, which means in row 8 it must be there, which leaves this as a 1. And that's the solution. Yeah, pretty straightforward here. Yeah, the thermometers trick I use it for a reason, right? Because it's very useful to eliminate a lot of possibilities along the thermometers. And particularly for long ones, it's very useful because it will usually eliminate things until you have very few options for the cells. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.